Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Hey, what's up? What's up? I actually want to put you guys over here. Stream overlay bundles. Okay. Would you? Midnight lo-fi. Oh, that's cool. Interesting.
I think it's really bad, actually. I don't like doing it like during the weekend because I end up. Why? I don't like eating late at night, so I go to lunch
Anak sepakat ke dalam streamers. Morning. Good morning.
Well, my deals are getting defined. Can I come in?
Yeah.
And talk now? So, yeah, I don't know what happened. I hope this kid didn't get hurt.
Oh yeah, what's her name? Her kid?
Jess's, son, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's not a kid. I mean, he's not a kid. I don't know. I told her to text me.
It's all kids, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I realize that. I
Yeah.
mean, he's not like a teenager. He's like an adult. But anyway, Corinna's coming in, right?
That's a good question. I don't know.
She's coming in. She's on her way.
Nice.
And I just want to be on the same page. Like I feel like I think I should teach her a strategy of the way the way it's working for me.
Yeah.
Which is, if Allie.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think it's just important for her to get to hear like conversations. We'll do some mock calls with her.
She can't.
Right. Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
But
So she'll.
But I'm telling you, I'm not making an excuse for her. Right now, in this office, I have way more success texting and then getting them.
Interested, yeah.
Well, they're already interested.
Right.
With Allie.
Right.
So then I send the text. If it's a really nice deal that I could see from Allie,
yeah.
Then I say my boss, Miss Giarrusso, is going to be in touch.
Yeah, right.
So I had Allie hop off. But if it's just a regular deal,
so
I text.
So yeah.
And they.
So yeah, in the meantime, you can just show her like what's working for you and whatever, and we can fill in the gaps as much as we can without the call, without the talk.
Right, because she can't use her voice anyway. So I figured this actually could work out for her.
When her voice is better, that's why I got these webcams. You can hop on a call, you guys can talk it out, whatever.
Definitely. But what do I do with Jess being here and her only job is origination? So she's going to be eyes peeled on the AI notif. Yeah. As soon as something comes in, she's going to grab it.
There's also a lot of just conversations that are like already happening that you can see in the system.
Who?
I mean, anybody can see. There's like an actual like a page where all the texts go that are like being talked to.
But how do I teach Corinne today? Where is she going? She doesn't go to AI Notif?
No, she's not in it because she's not ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do I tell me?
And then in a perfect world, well, I mean, I'm still working on it, but the notifications, the notification channel is going to be just back end eventually. Hopefully by the end of this month, it's going to eventually all just be in Salesforce. And when a lead comes in from Allie, it's going to be round robin automatically. That's what I'm building.
What does that mean?
Meaning like
it's going to be handed one. Jess is next.
Meaning like whoever is like active on Salesforce, they're going to get a rotation of that lead.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
So
because
it's going to get too busy, especially if we dial up.
Yeah. Okay. And especially because Jess's only responsibility is originating. So she's going to nab them all. But also, that's the reason why I brought up to you yesterday. When you change a lead to owner, it's not opportunity yet. No. If it comes from Allie.
If it comes from Allie, it's still a lead.
It's a lead.
It's only an op if you convert it.
Right.
To be an op.
Right. So now she changes it in lead, Corinne changes it in account. Now they both have the same lead.
Right.
That's the reason why I hit you up last night and said, yo, this could be a potential problem, but not really because I'm going to bring it up to Dan.
The only people who can change leads are admins.
So the only person that could make an owner?
Yeah, like ownership changes are admins.
So isn't that going to be Jess and Corinne?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't believe you have admin access. You might have.
I could change it.
Yeah. Oh, I think you have to because you can submit, but only you, Josh.
So how does?
So like Jess and Corinne, they can't change. They have to.
So how do they know one or the other is on it? How do I know one or the other is on it? What if I'm a slow hour?
So they'd be notating it, but then the lead would be changed. So the way that I see it working is there's like in the system you can already see it. There's like a closing role main and then a support, right? You saw those fields in the opportunity.
There's a closing manager, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah,
I'm not in there.
All I have to do is add you and everybody, Corinne and Jess, and what will happen is like whoever's like, because there's going to be multiple people on the file itself. I mean, I think the lead owner should really be the originator, and then the closer's the closer.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
And then whoever the closer is will be designated in that closer field. Agreed. Because we want to track closing rate. Like I want to track like closing metrics.
Absolutely.
How people are doing and whatever.
Yeah. But then that means that the originator has to be able to own the lead.
Right.
And right? But if
because that's how it normally is, yeah.
Okay. Dan, so let's say a lead comes in from Allie. It's not an old opportunity, it's a lead, right? Jess wants to grab it from Allie, from AI Notif right now. Mm-hmm. So she goes into the lead, she copies and pastes the number into Salesforce.
Yeah.
She goes into the lead, she changes ownership to herself. Okay? She knows I'm her closing manager. She clicks me if she wants, whatever. Now she has to go into account and do it too.
No.
Thank God.
No.
Because that's how it is now.
No, it's not.
It is. It
should be that if you convert a lead.
No, not convert. It's not an opportunity yet. Just because they're talking, it ain't an opportunity, is it?
No.
No.
So, no. What I'm saying is, let me visualize this, right? Lead record, not owned, right?
Yep. Account record, because there's another one. There's two.
No. So not all account records are there.
Okay.
You have to pretend that account records don't exist if there's a lead.
Okay,
Okay, so
but a lot of them there are.
right.
Okay.
But all your activity, if there's a lead, if there's Joe Smith, and he's just a lead, and we happen to add Joe Smith's account, right? Which that's from the old ways of doing things. That's why it's there. If you see Joe Smith's account record, you have to just ignore it because it's a lead. Because what's going to happen anyway is it's going to convert. Right? Let's just say it's owned by you, right? The ownership is going to go to all three account, and contacts. If you change it here, it's going to go to everywhere else.
I have to tell you something. I'm almost positive you can only make the state the business was formatted in account, not in lead.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the other way around? Please say yes.
You mean like the state incorporated?
Yeah.
No, it's in lead.
It's in lead. It's not in account?
It's in account too. It goes to account.
No, there's one of them that it's in and one of them that it's not in.
So all the fields are in lead.
Okay.
All of those leads get divvied up to those different records. So the account record is going to have the EIN, it's going to have the business start date, it's going to have the state of incorporation.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The contact is only going to have like the social security number and the date of birth. Right. So all the fields get uploaded here, and then they get divvied up.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
You can just keep an eye on it. Just let me know.
I'm gonna. All right. So because when I'm converting a lead.
Yeah.
I do my due diligence. I gotta make sure all my fields are entered.
Yeah.
And if there's a lead and there's a contact and there's an account, I gotta go in all three.
Right.
That's normal?
No. So you want to. Am I losing my shit right now? Hold on. Say that again.
When I'm converting a lead.
Oh no, you should always
have to go in all three.
No, you should always double check just to make sure that the information pulled over. But it should do it all automatically. It should do like most of the work automatically.
Okay, fine. Agreed. So how do I move forward training Jess and Corinne? Because let's forget Corinne for a second, because I think you have her set up differently because she's remote, I think.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Jess. Maybe there's 3 Jesses here. Tell me what you want me to do with them. You want me to have them get a lead from Allie.
Yeah.
You want me to have them copy and paste the number into Salesforce.
Sure. Yeah, to find it. Yeah.
Yeah, to pull it up. Then you want me to have them enter all their fields. That's their job.
Enter the fields.
As much as they can.
Okay. Well, I mean, they don't have to enter the. So here's the thing.
Well, it's not an opportunity yet. You're right.
So if the application is done, that all gets pulled anyway.
Right, yeah. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
You want them to copy and paste the number into Salesforce, bring up the lead, because at the moment it's not an opportunity yet.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna want to make themselves the owner.
Right.
Right.
So
if there's 3 Jesses here, they gotta let the office know.
Yeah, I mean, if certain, they don't just Yeah, so they would take ownership, right? Like if it's like once Corinne's in the system, then it would be round robin between them two.
Yeah, this is until it gets round robin.
Right, or like once Corinne is.
It's only Jess here.
Right, but then it's once Corinne is ready, it'll be both of them originating.
And I'm trying to get another girl coming in to do what Jess does. So that's why I'm saying. If there's 2 or 3 Jesses in the office, she has to be able to make herself ownership. Because you have to also understand, I love originating too.
No, originators don't get they don't get access to change leads into their own name. It's going to cause a lot of.
So how do I know they're on it? What if I have a free hour?
They'd be doing chatter. You'd be looking at the leads themselves. If they were marking them correctly.
Yeah, but you want to know why that? I'm not arguing. I'm not challenging you. I'm just trying to learn. Anyway.
Yeah.
So okay. So Jess is communicating with this guy, and she's not the owner. Does that mean that Corinne can communicate with the guy too? It doesn't look good to the merchant. Right.
No. So the way that it works today is when there's a rotation, like right now it's just you and Josh because Jess isn't here yet. So you take a lead, Josh takes a lead, right? You put in your name, he puts it in his name. It's an easier process because you're both admins, so you just change it yourself.
Right.
Right. We have a whole reversion manual for X amount of days. If X amount of days go by, it'll go back into the system. We have to be better on that, but there hasn't been a reason to do it because we haven't had a huge staff to like have to care. Like no one's been falling over each other on leads. But once Corinne and Jess come in, they're just in the rotation, right? They're getting assigned those leads, and it's the same process. And like if it's been like X amount of days, it goes out, it goes back into the ecosystem. That's fine. But there's an expectation to get the app in by a certain amount of days or whatever. But all that activity is being tracked and logged on that lead record. They're updating
at Chatter.
In Chatter.
Right. So Chatter is super, super important.
Chatter is super
important.
Yeah, because if like let's just say like 3 days go by.
Let's just say the guy says, "Listen, can you just call me in 2 weeks?" Yeah. She has to put that in Chatter, or she's going to lose that lead. Mm-hmm. It's going to go back into rotation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
That'll work.
And that way, when people, when it's like a 3-day like warning period, I'll create like notifications where there's a warning for whatever, and I can take a look, or you can take a look, whoever, and say, "Hey,
back into general population."
Yeah.
And then also, you are able. Let's just say, every quarter you want to listen. If you wanted to tell the system, give me all her owners, put them back in population, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no problem.
But I would only but I want to
Or you could say, okay, for January, February, and March of 2025, anything that she was owner of, put it back in population because that was 6 months ago. Yes.
Yeah, I have to set up all those rules so that they go back into the system and then are touched again. Because the challenge is, if we get warm leads, great. You get it in your name, for example, John Smith, who's warm, great. But that's a great warm lead, and if it just stays in your account and you're just interested in the next best thing, that guy gets forgotten.
Yeah.
And he's not in the rotation, so you got to add him back in. So.
Right.
So.
Right, which is something that should happen, like scheduled.
It should happen. It should happen like any lead that's beyond 14 days or something like that. I'll figure it out, but I'll create automatic stuff so that we don't have to worry about that. Welcome.
How are you?
Nice meeting you. How are you? Welcome.
That would apply, Daniel, if there was nothing in chat explaining why they are waiting or.
Right. It could. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Because if you write in chat, listen, I have to talk to him in the second week in July and it's the beginning of June, they're not going to lose it in 14 days.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So it would be certain examples, like if they were never a warm lead, or they're never spoken to, or there was never like an app.
Right.
So there'd be certain things I'd look for, and then if there's a mistakes happen, I'll change it back. But
yeah, of course.
But in general, though, the activities. For originators, the main activity is just like follow up on all the leads. Like there's more than enough good leads to track them, and to it doesn't even matter if you have the ownership or not, you can still have access to those leads. And you can make custom lists. I gotta fix it, but anybody can make a list in the system and make a new list and look at specific lists that you want to dial on, right? I like this lead source and I want to change it up so I see only this. So you can do that. You can create lists specifically, like, any list that comes from Allie, or any lead that comes from Allie within the last 14 days. Boom. Right.
I can tell Salesforce that. I can filter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually probably going to make an updated list. So the problem is Allie isn't directly connected to Salesforce yet, so it's a little bit more tough. But I'm going to work on it. But I actually have an update that I have to do probably today or tomorrow that I want to try and get to, where I have to refresh the system with all the leads that are bad, that are good, updates, a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Welcome. How are we? Amazing. Awesome. We're in the flesh. So
Yeah.
How's your voice doing?
It's much better. I told him. So it's like on and off.
Yeah.
I'm starting voice therapy. I had the evaluation already.
Okay.
This is actually like very good, but it's just like.
Yeah.
You actually sound different,
right? It was very bad, that FaceTime, that Zoom call, and on the phone with you. It got better, but I'm like trying to rest it. Like when I'm talking to my kids, I'm like pointing, I'm writing things down.
Yeah.
He said I would be
hard
like
not to use your voice.
It's very hard, yeah. I'm like mouthing to them, and they're like, "What you say?" And I'm like, it'll be okay, thank God.
So you're going easy on the voice today, which is perfect timing because all you're really doing is soaking in. I actually have, what's her name? Yusli today at 10:30.
Nice. Coming in?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I just have like a Zoom or whatever, so you can show her the ropes.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring her to my desk and show her my way.
Does anyone ever actually come in? No, it's all like through the phone, texting.
Yeah, it's all through the phone.
You're not actually meeting anyone.
We've had some business owners come through, and we met them downstairs, because we thought about like actually like just investing directly, but we plan on doing more of that when there are good files. It's another project.
Yeah.
That I'd love to do.
It'll take up so much more of your time also, and then you can't focus on making more calls.
Yeah, my time's already spread thin.
He works like nonstop.
Yeah, it's too bad you don't want to work. You can't work Sundays because the office is open.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, except Shabbat. Yeah, I take every day, but Shabbat, seriously. I work every day.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I mean, like, I'm flexible. Nothing is really set in stone. If I need to come in on a Sunday, maybe I can. I'd rather not come in because it's an hour each way.
No, yeah,
But like, if I have to, when I have to, I probably can.
If you have a decent setup at home, you're fine. It's just good when you can to come in the office because you get the exposure of everything, real deals happening, like people are talking on the phone. For sales, it's just more hype, more energy. Yeah, if you go off that, which it's building. So we have this new girl starting, I guess, tomorrow, Jess. And then
I have another girl.
Yeah. And what's the status on your daughter?
My daughter is she has anxiety, and she's so she put so much pressure on herself because she just graduated from college, and she's gonna get a job in her major, but she doesn't get it in her head. You have this summer to get the job. Like you don't have to stress out that you don't have it yet. It's the beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
She just wants to know right now and then have her summer. I'm like, just Anyway, she has an interview today with Paramount. It's
That's
not.
cool.
It's not a yes or no. It's like the first interview of many, and there's many people that are interviewing. I told my daughter, you can't think you're gonna get the job.
What's Paramount? What's her
Oh,
major?
she's went to Syracuse for TV and film and radio. And I don't really know what any of that is, but it's behind the scenes. It's like the.
And they can't set her up, like the college that she went to, or like give her referrals.
She doesn't actually need it because the major that she's graduated from is called Newhouse, and it's really hard to get in. And she got in. So she has a degree, even though it's from Syracuse, it's from this Newhouse.
Right.
She's gonna get a job. She has to be patient.
Yeah.
As long as she's doing the effort of going to the career pages and fill it out, someone's gonna listen. They're lucky to have her.
Yeah.
She's a graduate of Newhouse. She's gonna anyway. So Paramount Pictures, you know when you watch a movie, you see that. So she's got 11 o'clock today with Paramount, and I said, "We'll see, honey." It's not that she doesn't believe in herself; it's that she wants it right now.
She's not patient.
Yeah, and she gets anxiety, and then I gotta listen to it.
And then you get anxiety.
Yeah, I'm like, please. Okay, I'm gonna take her in if you need us.
Yeah. Okay. You're here till like early afternoon, like 2-ish, right?
When should I leave because of like traffic?
Yeah, I'm not gonna need her that long. So what I'm teaching her
that's a
is-
good question.
Josh said when I was supposed to come in on Friday, he said 1:30 is a good time to leave.
Yeah, I mean, you can give like I mean, you're more than welcome to do like a 30-minute buffer. This is the man himself, by the way. Yeah, give yourself more than enough time. Give yourself more than enough time. Just today's really just about process, about learning how to go about how about the call, how to text, like how everything like actually works, so that you have more of an idea on like from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So how do I grab her leads? How do I do it so that she knows how? How does she get her leads?
I don't really have my own. Like he told me to go on Tundra. There's remote.
There's a whole bunch of. There's just a ton of different lead sources.
In Slack?
No, in Salesforce.
In Salesforce.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't do it the way you do.
By the way, do you have a laptop or no?
Do I have a laptop? Not with me, but at home yet.
We should. You don't need to be on it today if you don't want to. I do have another computer if you do want to hop on, but it's not needed. Just hang out with these three. Ayala's in the back corner if you want to say hi. He runs all the text campaigning and stuff, and you can learn a little bit more about how that works because a lot of our traffic comes from warm leads. Yeah. So.
This guy Thomas Heads never ended up answering.
That's all right. I'll grab him.
Hey. Hi. Nice to meet you.
How's the job?
Not bad. Quick, yeah. I mean, it was an hour, but like there's no time.
All right, I'll let you guys get to it. Dan.
Yeah.
I just did a video myself. Like, I'm gonna just try to cut it up. Honestly, I'm gonna do it in here.
I have a meeting at 10:30 an insurance meeting.
Okay.
So you have some time.
Anyone else coming in today? I should.
No, just who we have here.
Is her daughter being what's it called?
Onboarded?
Processor or no?
Oh, I don't know. She's her it's like a TBD, but she might have another salesperson who's interested.
God, by the time he's fucking uploads, bro.
this go? Is it William? So what's up?
Your reporters are going to say, "Free Palestine."
Wait, what?
What's
Yeah,
up?
all these people, they did off my block last night. They said a mechanic spot on fire, broke into a Jewish business and put up signs.
Really?
They killed 50,000 dead Gazan kids. 8 cops on every single block this morning. The worst traffic of my life.
That's wild.
Bro, I don't even get me started, honestly. The things that we do, it's not even humane what I would do.
Dude. I would
Like,
think
you think they're animals? I'll go crazy.
I would think they would never make it to Long Island. I would just stay in Queens in the Bronx.
3 red flag.
I would chop their heads off.
3 red flags.
Just hang it up on the
sales
office.
rep. When hiring a sales rep.
Where is
Fuck, why did I look away?
Sales rep. When hiring a sales rep.
this is not good.
Sales rep.
Let's see.
Cocksucker, bro. I have to do that again.
When hiring.
This is not good.
If you're thinking about hiring. If you're thinking about hiring a closer. If you're thinking about hiring a closer, watch this video before you're ready.
No.
If you're thinking about
Why am I looking at the screen so much?
thinking about hiring a closer, watch out for these 3 red flags.
Shoot.
3 red flags.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, we're gonna have to redo all this, honestly. That's great.
Where
I'm gonna
is?
kill myself.
All right.
You have internet?
Huh?
You have internet?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Now I do. Well, no. Now it's pending.
Yeah. We don't like 2 minutes.
That's not good.
Should I?
But
I'll just gonna-
what did you reset it?
Not yet. I can ask you if you have internet.
I did.
Mine just went out 2 minutes ago.
Oh boy. Okay. It should come back on. I'm guessing. I don't know. We'll see. The heck? That's annoying.